not that bad. Gran exaggerates.
I know what I was like. Oh, when I was your age.
Oh, these make dunning paper look good.
Oh, well, what are we going to play then?
We could play dominoes.
Dominoes? There'll be snakes and ladders next.
I can play dominoes.
We could make them out of cardboard.
Yeah, mark dots all over them.
Yeah, we could make 3 out of every card.
Well, they finally cracked. Dominoes.
Hey, Mrs. Jackson.
Yes, Lizzie?
Why have we been watched so hard? I mean, you can't almost go to the toot without being watched.
Governor's orders.
Governor's orders. He's paranoid. That's what he is. Off his rocker.
Tony was a mate of mine, dollface. I'm going to take pieces out
Shut
of
off,
you.
you great ox, or I'll knock your block off. Go on, get. Don't worry, kid.
Hadn't I better tell the warder?
About what?
Oh, you don't go lagging, love.
No, we don't tell the warders nothing.
But the governor said...
No way.
Can I tell her I want to go to the toilet?
Yeah, you can tell her that much.
It's on, right after we've tucked him up for the night.
Oh, I don't know, Joyce. Is everybody in it?
Well, everybody who's against compulsory overtime, and that means everybody.
Everybody except Vera, I suppose.
Well, we haven't asked Vera yet.
I don't know. I don't like running to the union. It ought to be the last resort.
Time for your lesson, dollface. Time you learned you don't go shooting at my mates.
Bringing in the union is an admission of incompetence somehow. Can't we find a way to work it out ourselves?
Oh, not with Jim Fletcher in the opposing corner. He doesn't know how to compromise, Meg. The union's our only weapon.
I suppose you're right. OK, I'll be there.
Right.
Oh, hell.
What's the matter?
Smith and Eves are missing.
What?
Is she dead?
No, she's breathing.
Now get a stretcher, then find the governor and let him know.
Right.
You were told to keep them under constant supervision.
I only turned my back for half a minute.
You know what this lot can do in half a minute. I want a word with you, Smith. Where did you go when you left this room?
Did I leave this room?
You weren't here a minute ago, Smith.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because I had to go to the loo, isn't it? Is the governor against that too?
You didn't ask permission.
Well, when you've got to go, you've got to go.
Stand up, Coulson. Presumably you were in the toilets at the time. Did you see her?
Yes. Yes, I saw her there.
Another rotten little liar.
She is not a liar. She'd been brought up by the penguins. You know, the holy penguins, the nuns.
Don't get funny with me, Birdsworth. As for you two, I don't believe either of you. But the governor will sort you out. Now get moving. You know the way. You better come along too.
There's no one on duty here.
Oh, there is now.
There was an incident in the recreation room previous to the attack. I saw Eves threaten Coulson. Before I could take action, Smith had warned her off.
Did Smith threaten Eves with physical violence?
I heard her use the words, "I'll knock your block off."
And did you try and knock a block off, Smith?
Who, me? I never laid a glove on her. Well, why should I get involved? It's that Screw's job to keep the peace here, not mine.
Had the prisoners been properly supervised, Mrs. Jackson, this wouldn't have happened.
I'm sorry.
Where were you when Smith and Eves left the rec room?
I was discussing a routine matter with Officer Barry.
And they just walked right by you?
We had our backs turned momentarily from the door.
I see. Well, this routine matter must have been very engrossing. However, we won't discuss that now. Smith, I'm quite sure that you had something to do with this attack, so I'm sending you to solitary.
Oh, you can't do that. You've got no proof.
I don't need any proof.
That's not fair. She was only...
Thank you, Mrs. Jackson. Go on, Coulson. She's only trying to what? Had Eves threatened you before?
The governor spoke to you, Coulson.
You've been in a lot of trouble since you've come here, Coulson. Had you confided in us in the first place, Smith wouldn't be on her way to solitary. Eves wouldn't be unconscious. Now, you've got to learn to rely on the staff, not the prisoners. We run this place, not them. We're in charge here.
And you better get that straight, because you're going to be here a long time.
Antonia McNally died in hospital half an hour ago.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.